Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you here from Gen Con 2018 at the Kingdom Death booth with another demo for you. So we have Miles showing us off.
Hello.
What demo today?
So right now we have the Screaming God demo. And the Screaming God is an older Screaming Antelope. And what makes the Screaming God special is that it is a showdown in perpetual motion. If you can see right here behind us, we have a whole bunch of Screaming Antelope trampling over each other, running towards us. That's not very good. If one of your survivors manage to get into the same space as a Screaming Antelope, they're going to trample over you. They barely care about themselves. Imagine you.
Yeah.
So for the Scream God, to show that we are a showdown on the run, the monster has a very special deck called the New Horizon deck. This is going to be the New Horizon, 3 spaces right in front. We're going to reveal it, and I'm going to place 3 of these statues. Now, these statues are pretty bad for you because if you connect with one of them, you're going to fall down, you're going to get knocked down. So you're all going to whiz right past these structures, these walls that are already in front of us. The monster's taking a little bit of a breather, so it's also going to fall back. And these structures are going to come into focus. You're going to be able to see them. And it's going to be the monster's turn. We're going to reveal the monster's AI card, which is God's Bite. The Screaming God knows the ruins like the back of its many hands. Much like the Screaming Antelope, the monster has an undermaw, a mouth right on its belly, but also has arms. So if the monster's going to collide with you, he's going to try and grab you and shove you into its stomach. So we're going to choose the furthest threat in range. The monster's going to turn around, and it's going to zoom right past all these structures, and it's going to find you because it has infinite movement. The monster's always going to come to you.
Oh, jeez.
And this is going to be, this attack profile has a speed of 1, so I'm going to roll 1 die.
Okay.
Accuracy is 3. Let's see if the monster connects. And the Screaming God does. It hits you, and it's going to hit you for 5 damage unless you dodge out of the way. You can choose to use that survival action to avoid the monster's 5 damage. Now, I haven't mentioned earlier, you don't have any armor. Your lights and heavies are filled out. You're on the brink of death.
So we're doing good.
Things are looking very good for our survivors.
Normal hunt.
If you take this damage, you're going to roll a severe injuries table.
So who's getting attacked for that one?
This is going to be our Lance of Longus user, which is going to be you. All right, go ahead and spend that survival. You have 4 survival. You're going to go to 3.
At least we have survival.
Yeah.
Yes. But the Screaming God is one of our more advanced monsters. This AI is not done. The monster is going to turn around and perform a very special trait card called Explosion. The Screaming God inhales, and it's going to exhale this toxic, noxious gas. It's going to bite on its flinty molars, crunch, and when it bites down, sparks ignite. A huge explosion is going in this direction. This survivor, the calcified Zombato, this survivor, the spear harpoon user are in the way of this explosion, but you can choose to spend 1 survival to hit the ground. If you don't, you're going to take 2 damage to a random hit location. You're on the brink of death. Do you think you want to be exploded on?
Survival.
Excellent.
I'm okay, though. I'm fine.
Now, part of explosion spending survival is you're knocked down, which is not good. You're so close to the stampede. If you're knocked down, you're not running.
We'll get up again. Hopefully.
It's now the survivor's turn. The survivors have access to a second survival action, Encourage. Some of your friends are sleeping, so we have a Lance of Longus user. We have the Ink Blood Bow user. One of you should probably encourage the other ones to get up. Hey, get up, friends.
Okay, you know, I think the Zambata needs to stand up, so I'm going to spend a survival to encourage you up because I believe in you. I believe.
Does anybody else want to encourage the Sky Harpoon user? I need a volunteer or don't, whatever you choose. All right, what a good fellow there.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Unless you need the survival. Uh-huh. All right, that's very good. You have a third survival action called Dash. It's going to give you an additional movement. You're going to be able to move 5 tiles in the cardinal directions, whichever direction you want. So you're the calcified Zombato user. Where'd you like to go? Excellent. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is a showdown in perpetual motion. So if you stay in front of that wall, you're going to continue running, splat, right into the wall. So you're going to have to think about that for a second. But in the meantime, here's one speed. You're going to need a 5 or higher to hit the monster. All right, you've hit the monster just enough. We're going to reveal a hit location, the monster's ancient rump. The Screaming God has a toughness of 13. You have a strength of 10. Roll 3 or higher, please.
That's decent. Oh, no! I spoke too soon.
You swing, you hit the Screaming God with your calcified Zombato, but not enough. It bounces right off. The monster, the monster has a reflex. So I'm going to read the reflex. This is going to happen every time we reveal this hit location. The Screaming God charges forward, positioning itself ahead of the Stampede. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon. Now I'm going to turn the monster. I'm going to grab your miniature. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the monster has all these little arms, and it collided with you, it grabbed you, it's trying to shove you inside of its undermaw, it's trying to devour you. I'm going to ask you to roll 1d10. You're going to look for a lantern 10.
Oh! That's a
I'm
1.
so sorry. When the monster collides with a survivor, they roll 1d10 on a 10. They miraculously roll aside, place a survivor, knock down adjacent to the monster. Otherwise, the undermaw snaps them up, devouring them. You are now Screaming God food. Nom, 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 nom. We're going to move your survivor from the showdown board. Hopefully your friends will be able to find all that gear to give to another survivor in the settlement, so that way your survivors can persist as a group, as an entire settlement. But your survivor, Zippy, is no longer with us. You are Screaming God poop now.
Moment of silence for Zip.
Ripperino. All right, Lance of Longus user, you're pretty close to the monster. How about we have you go? Your weapon has a reach of 2. Excellent. Speed of 2. Accuracy of 6 or higher. All right, so that's 1 hit. I'm going to reveal the hit location. You're attacking the monster in its undermaw. It's its mouth, as I mentioned earlier. You have 9 strength. You're looking to hit on 5s or higher.
Oh, great rolls.
I'm so sorry.
First ever, right, Matt?
Yeah.
The undermaw has a failure reaction. The Scream God's horns swing wide, sparking off the walls as it charges you. Move the monster towards the attacker. If it is adjacent, the survivor suffers knockback 5 and is knocked down. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go.
All right.
All right, so the monster's done a lot of moving around. Again, you guys have access to dash. So let's have the Sky Harpoon user go. Your weapon's going to have a reach of 3.
I can't do anything. I'm just going to move right there.
All right,
That's
sounds good.
Push right past me, so I'm good.
Yeah, these walls are going to push right past. So let's have this Ink Blood Bow user.
I can't go through these. Do these
That's
block
correct.
line of sight?
They do not block line of sight. So
Okay.
you can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe dash a little closer. But keep in mind, this wall might crash into you. Might not want to be in that specific
So
lane.
how far does everything move down?
Everything, all the structures and the walls and the monster itself are going to move back 6 spaces.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so this
I'm-
wall's going to end up right over here with the other walls.
Oh boy. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like I'm going to have to spend a survival to dash.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go right there.
All right, excellent.
So
All
I
right.
had to spend a survival. Down to 2.
Down to 2.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. Let's hope all that encouragement doesn't cost you in the end.
Probably.
It's the monster's turn. I'm going to reveal the New Horizon card. I'm going to place 3 walls. 1, 2, 3, and everything's going to move backwards. You guys are zipping past all of these walls, all these structures. They fall out of sight, being trampled by the screaming antelope. These are going to move back 6 spaces. This is also going to move back. And as I mentioned earlier, as our friend here is busy taking a nap, he's also going to fall back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spaces closer to the Stampede. And the monster's also taking a rest. 1, 2. It's now the monster's turn. I'm going to reveal its AI card,
very
which is
interesting.
God Stomp. The Screaming God picks up speed, careening like a freight train. It's going to crush the furthest threat in range.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed. So, the Screaming God's going to turn towards you. The monster is going to target right here and actually can't reach you since you're in these little crevices. So the monster's just going to move there. But this attack hasn't finished. The Screaming God barrels onward, moving the Screaming God 10 spaces towards the horizon as it attempts to devour all in its path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, excellent. The monster borders the new horizon right over here. And our Inkblood Bow user is very lucky. The monster couldn't reach you. That was a very tactful positioning on your end.
I definitely did it on purpose.
It's now the survivor's turn. Who'd like to go first?
Looks like Josh is trying to figure out if he can reach him with a Sky Harpoon. Can you?
Yep.
He stands up.
Yes, you do. Thank you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. You're a little far. You might have to dash if you want to
Dash. I don't
hit
think
the
I want
monster.
to do that, though. I think I'm just going to stand right here and
All right.
hide between these two columns and say, screw you guys.
I like
I'm
it.
here.
I like it.
And we're going to same issue again where you can't reach me.
Inkblood Bow user, you haven't done much yet, other than encourage everyone.
You know, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably not the wisest choice, but I want to shoot him. It makes me feel better about
You
myself.
have range 7.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm in range.
All right, excellent. Your weapon has a speed of 2. You're going to hit on 6s or higher since you have +1 accuracy.
And so normally it's cumbersome, but I have Sun Vestment, so no
That's right.
cumbersome. So, oh wow, that's a great roll right there.
You've thrown 2 bows at the Screaming Antelope, and Screaming God is missed. I'm so sorry. All right, next up, Lance of Longus. Sometimes you do have to take a turn off to reach the Screaming God.
He's moving around a lot.
Oh, yeah. I like it. All right, sounds good. Looks like it's the monster's turn. I'm going to reveal the New Horizon card. I'm going to place 3 structures. 1, 2, 3. We're going to continue being perpetual motion. These 3 structures are out of sight. They're so far behind you. We're going to continue moving these structures right behind you. We're going to move these.
This is challenging.
We're going to move this. The monster is going to move back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should probably dash out of the way. The monster's going to collide with you.
Let's do that. And so it's the monster's turn right now, right? So
yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go 4, 5.
Yep.
1,
Sounds
2,
good.
3, yeah, I'll go there.
And can we dash now, too?
Yep. You guys should probably dash. Get out of the way. All right, excellent. Everyone spend your survival.
Down to 1.
The AI card, God Scream. The Screaming God inhales deeply, its chest puffing majestically. The monster screams with a brain liquefying intensity. Any survivor without head armor is now deaf. All non-deaf survivors are knocked down. So let's see. We have a few people with head armor. You have head armor. Who's left? You have head armor, and you have head armor. Unfortunately, yes. So the monster is going to perform explosion. Any survivors caught in the zone of death will suffer 10 damage to the head in addition to the effects of explosion. The Screaming God is screaming very loudly at you guys. The monster is going to turn.
So what's the zone of death?
The zone of death is going to be right in front of you. It's going to be the 3 spaces in front. It's going to expand a little bit more. It's going to continue forward, but it's going to expand one last time. This is the zone of death. So you position yourselves very well. You're right in this hallway of statues. The monster inhales, and it's going to perform explosion. So for God Scream, you're going to perform explosion. Any survivors caught in the zone of death suffer 10 damage to the head. You're in the zone of death.
Awesome.
So
So-
take 10 damage to your head first. So that's going to be everyone. And then we're going to perform
Am I outside the
explosion.
range?
You are inside the range.
I
So
thought
the
it was-
monster's trying to kill everyone right now.
I thought, no, it's 3.
Yep.
And I'm right here.
Oh, my eyes
Right.
are old. No, you were correct.
Yeah.
It would have been right here and here. You barely,
barely.
managed to avoid the explosion. All right, so that leaves you two. The first part of God's Scream is 10 damage to your head.
So that's going to be a severe head injury there because I have no head armor. So I'm looking forward to this roll here.
Severe injuries table. There are a lot of words on this, but most of them say you're dead.
How about
All
a
right.
5?
A 5
alive.
to your head is intracranial hemorrhage. You can no longer use or gain any survival. Gain a bleed token.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
I
only
had
have one
one
survival
left.
left.
So, so my bow gets stronger, though.
Yeah,
That-
your bow's
that's
going to wound.
nice.
You're going to have an easy time wounding. This survivor should probably dodge for explosion. And so should this person. Because for explosion, the survivors may spend 1 survival to dive beneath, avoiding damage, but being knocked down.
If only I didn't just get my ability to use survival taken away.
All right, Lance of Longus, you're going to take 2 damage to
my
your
waist.
waist.
Oh, look
So
at that. I've got my heavy box check there, too.
back to the severe injuries table we go. Sound the air horns. Pew, 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 pew,
You
pew.
need to roll 10, Matt.
Lantern 10?
Yeah.
Lantern 10 and
Oh,
so
so
close.
close.
You have a collapsed lung. You're going to gain a -1 movement token, but unfortunately, this is for you. There's only so much blood in the survivor's body before they bleed out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to remove your survivor as well. What was your survivor's name?
Anne's Romper.
Anne's Romper. Rip.
It did rip, yeah.
All right, the survivor's turn. Let's go. Get up.
So we have no idea what's coming up on the horizon, right?
Oh, you have no idea.
Oh, boy. I mean, you can just poke him where you are and then run away.
Yep. You're both in reach.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead first.
Speed of 2. 6s or higher to
Lance
hit.
of Longinus, a 5 and a 2.
Oh, you survivors are so unlucky. 2 swings, 2 misses. Would you like to move? The Screaming God is not very forgiving. Yeah, everything's
you
going to
probably
move
wanna
in
go
this
over
direction.
here.
Yep. You want to stay away from the walls. You want to stay away from the Screaming God itself. So maybe a little closer over here. Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Yep. You can move 2 more if you want, or you can stay there, whatever makes you happy. Sky Harpoon user, do you think you want to attack from there?
Yeah, I'm going to attack where I'm at.
Poke him.
All right.
So what do you hit on?
Speed of 2. You're going to hit
5
on
plus.
5s or higher.
9 and a
Ooh,
10.
2 hits.
hits.
We're going to reveal the vicious hindquarters and the ancient ear. Let's see if you can wound the ancient ear.
So how much
Okay.
strength
You
do you have
have
there, Josh?
8 strength, and he's got a toughness of
13.
so
5 plus. I believe in you.
Ooh.
Not enough, but you know.
A swing and a miss. Vicious hindquarters. Let's have a little bit more luck there.
It's a 9.
Excellent.
There you
That's
go.
a 9. That's going to be a wound.
Oh, deadly.
No deadly.
No deadly.
I
but
do, but I'm
this
dead.
has a wound reaction. The Screaming God shrieks. Its noxious breath fills the air, then ignites. Turn the monster to face the attacker. Perform explosion. Now, as we saw last time, you're barely out of range this time because the explosion is going to have the 3 squares in front. It's going to expand after that, so you feel all that heat, but it doesn't touch you. It's not too hot.
I'm just going to move right over to this other corner
I like it.
and laugh at him.
All right. New Horizon. Let's see if our survivors can continue to survive. 1,
Oh boy.
2, 3. You're going to whiz right past. All of these structures are going to fall right behind you. We're going to continue moving these structures. Whoops, a little too far. The monster's going to catch his breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay.
The monster's going to reveal an AI card, God's Gouge. The Screaming God swings its head from side to side, attempting to gouge you with razor-sharp horns. It's going to choose the furthest threat in range. You have a flow opportunity. Are you Close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the monster just barely.
Just barely.
Just
If
barely.
only you didn't move before, Josh.
I needed to move from the top because I would have got hit, but.
Yep. So the monster's going to move towards you. It's going to turn. This attack profile calls for a speed of 3, accuracy of 3, speed of 2, accuracy of 3 or higher. That's going to be 2 hits. Would you like to roll your own hit location die?
Sure.
Head in the head. Come on.
Waste of the body.
A body and a waist. This attack is going to deal 5 damage, so are you interested in dodging?
I'll dodge the body.
All right, sounds good. You're still going to have a severe...
Waist injury.
This is for you.
Let's see what happens to you. A 5.
All right, a 5 to the waist is going to be warped pelvis. You're going to gain -1 permanent luck. You're also going to gain a bleed token. Not the worst that could happen, but God Gouge is not finished. Survivors killed by this attack are impaled and dangled from the monster's massive horn. So if you would have died, you would have been an ornament for the monster.
All right.
Fortunate for you, you did not die. Survivor's turn.
Okay.
Can you guys wound the monster?
I'm gonna go first here.
All right, sounds awesome.
So 5 plus 9 to 5.
Oh,
2 hits.
2 hits. The hand hoof and
Yeah!
no, the trap card. This card looks different because this is the monster's trap card. The monster has plotted the specific moment. There's a fantastic burst of light, and the screaming god vanishes. Boop. You realize too late that it has leapt above you. Ancient Moles crash, sparking on the stone as its huge undermaw and envelops you whole. All survivors are doomed. So the monster's going to place itself right on top of here. It's going to crush this statue. And now you're going to have to try to avoid being devoured. The monster's trying to shove you in its undermaw.
Oh, seriously?
What?
Better 10.
Excellent. So now, as part of Devour, since you rolled a Lantern 10, place the survivor knocked down adjacent to the monster.
Gonna go right there.
Left cheek, best cheek?
right.
Also, this stuff's gonna fly past me.
Very good decision. The trap isn't done yet. All non-death survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 5 brain damage from the sound of teeth crunching stone and blood.
So severe brain.
Severe brain trauma?
Severe brain trauma. Sound the air horns. Severe injuries. Roll 1d10. The higher the better.
A 5.
A 5 to the brain is going to be danger seizure. 1 damage to you and all adjacent survivors. Random disorder. You're going to gain 1d5 insanity, but since you're taking damage...
It's a good thing that your hitboxes aren't... Oh.
To your head.
Severe head injury.
Another severe. Please roll 1d10 for a severe injury to your head.
A 1!
Oh. So a 1 for a severe injury to the head is head explosion. The screaming god yelled so hard, pop! Your head exploded. But not only that, that was a detriment to everyone at the table. All other survivors lose 1 survival.
All right, I'm done with survival.
All
right.
right.
I take a severe brain injury too?
Severe injury for you. Severe brain.
A 10.
Who are you?
I'm a beast.
10 to the head is frenzy. You are frenzied and gain 1d5 insanity. So go ahead and roll another 1d10 for your brain. Ooh.
1 insanity. And +1 speed, +1 damage.
That's correct. No fighting arts for you. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this back. I'm going to shuffle the trap back into the hit location deck. And rip.
Rip.
You're very eager to...
Who is that? Fred.
Fred's dead.
Fred is dead. Can Fred cut the hit location deck for me so if the trap is revealed, it's not the demoer's fault? You can't blame Mr. Mean Demoer.
Oh, you just blame Josh. It's always Josh's fault.
Damn it, Josh. All right, monster's turn, revealing the New Horizon card. I'm going to place 3 new statues. We're going to place you here. We're going to place you here. And right here. All right, these structures are going to fall behind you, being crashed by these screaming antelopes. The monster's taking a little bit of rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job not being hit by a wall, laying down in the proper spot.
Don't encourage him.
I'd encourage him, but you have to stand up.
Ah, there you go.
Do I move? Because I'm still knocked down though, right?
Yep. All right. This monster's attack is called God's Launch. It's going to target the furthest survivor, but unfortunately, You're the only survivor. Move the Screaming God towards the target if adjacent. If it's adjacent, the monster's ancient horse flip the target into the air. Then it makes a powerful leap. It's Undermaw snatching for you. Roll 1d10 on a 6 or higher. You're going to suffer Devour.
10!
That is a 10, but that is a 6 or higher.
That's what
That was a
I
bad
don't want.
It's Devour time. The monster threw you in the air. It's playing with you, and now it's trying to grab you into its undermaw. Roll
I feel
another
like
10.
it's a cat on its back, like rub my belly, but like I'm just gonna.
One more 10.
One more 10. One more 10.
Oh,
You are Screaming God food. The Screaming God flipped you up, and now you're in here. Nom, 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 nom. Delicious. Unfortunately, our survivors are not victorious for the Screaming God. You are just Screaming God food. This has been the Screaming God demo. My name is Miles. Thanks for stopping by. Good try.
Thank you so much, Miles. Much appreciated.
Pleasure.
And thank all of you for watching at home. This is going to conclude our KDM demo coverage here at Gen Con 2018. Signing off for now, though, I'm Matt. Have a
Josh.
good one, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.